Hey guys, Brady here. Um, like I said yesterday, I'm rebooting my channel. Like I'm like Hollywood now, right now, rebooting everything. Like I'm gonna re-review older movies again, give you further thoughts than what I have when I was like a dumb 13-year-old kid with a camera. Um, yeah, I'm gonna basically talk. Today is my sci-fi Blu-ray collection. Like this is pretty much every single sci-fi movie I own besides, this is from the 60s to the 90s. I'm not doing anything from the 2000s because I don't really have the movies I want from the 2000s yet that are sci-fi, like Terminator Salvation, Terminator Genesis. I want those. I know those aren't great movies, but I enjoyed them. Well, I haven't seen Salvation, but I want to. I've seen like first 45 minutes of Salvation. um Only thing that I can think of that I'm missing right now for my 90s collection is Men in Black. But fuck it, I don't want to further this video, so let's get started. Now, the first sci-fi movie I have, this is a sci-fi comedy. This is from the 80s and 90s. It's Back to the Future. Classic movies, especially the first one. Well, let me take out my receipt. I don't need that, but yeah, terrific movies. I haven't watched them yet on Blu-ray. Next I got is the all these are like box sets so far. Next I got is the RoboCop trilogy. I love RoboCop 2 almost as much as I love the original RoboCop. RoboCop 2 is good. I don't get why people hate RoboCop 2. It's from the director of Empire Strikes Back. What's his name? Irvin Kushner? Yeah. Yeah. See, Irvin Kushner. I thought he did good with what he did with RoboCop 2. It's one of my favorite. I feel like RoboCop 2 is very underrated. RoboCop 3, on the other hand, is a piece of shit. I think it's probably one of the worst sequels I've ever seen besides Speed 2 and a whole bunch of other shit. Next I got is the Planet of the Apes, the Legacy set. This is why I said 60s, because I have a few 60s sci-fi movies. This, and there's another one coming up. You guys probably already know what that 60s sci-fi movie is, but Planet of the Apes. This is a I love the first movie, the third movie, and the fourth movie. So I love Planet of the Apes, Escape from, and Conquest of. The Beneath and Battle were just terrible. I did not like them at all. But I used to have the I think it was the 40th anniversary set. That came with 5 separate cases, and I thought that took up too much room. Since this comes in like one tiny case, it doesn't take up as much room as the other set did. So I'm glad I picked this up. This is really small and it's perfect on a shelf. It doesn't take up any space at all, and I'm happy about that. The next is, I guess this is a sci-fi. It's sci-fi action. This is Universal Soldier, from the director of Independence Day. I probably wouldn't have seen this movie if I didn't see on the top it's from the director of Independence Day, because I keep seeing this movie, it's like, oh, it's Universal Soldier. That movie looks like it sucks. And in this head from the director of Independence Day, Roland Emmerich. I like it, Roland Emmerich. I don't care what you guys say. Roland Emmerich is a fun director. He makes a lot of guilty pleasures like Independence Day, Universal Soldier, 2012. I heard people say that Godzilla is their guilty pleasure. But yeah, I really liked Universal Soldier. I think I got this for like $5. I think, yeah. But yeah, Universal Soldier, fun action movie. I've seen it like once or twice. There's this one action scene towards the end that reminded me of the that one scene at the end of one of the James Bond movies. It was Living Daylights, License to Kill. It's one of those. It's one of the Timothy Dalton ones. If you've seen the movie, you'll probably know what action scene I'm talking about. Next I got is Total Recall. It's the Arnold Schwarzenegger one, not the Colin Farrell one. I have that one. This is the new edition. This is the mind-bending edition. This is a really fun Arnold Schwarzenegger movie. A lot of people say this is their favorite. Well, actually, no. One of my friends says this is his favorite Schwarzenegger movie. My favorite Schwarzenegger movie, you'll see in a little bit. I won't tell you, but then again, this is a really fun action movie. This is from the director of RoboCop, Paul Verhoeven. I mean, not Peter. Next is this is a bit of a strange dystopian movie from the 70s. It's THX 1138. I don't know. I guess Robert Duvall has to like escape from the government. Everything is white and shit. See, yeah. If you want to watch like an interesting dystopian movie that's not Hunger Games, Maze Runner, or what's the word I'm looking for? Or Divergent, watch this, or some of the other picks I have coming up. I wouldn't say this is a great movie, but it's definitely better than like Divergent and shit. So check it out. Next I got is The Thing. Is this a horror? Yeah, it's kind of a horror movie. It's a sci-fi horror, I guess you could call it. Stargate. This is one of my least favorite. This is actually my least favorite Roland Emmerich movie. I hate this movie. I hate it. Now here's a classic, Blade Runner. Classic movie from the 80s. It came out the same year as Tron, E.T., Gandhi. The reason why I know Gandhi came out because Gandhi took E.T.'s Oscar, but Blade Runner, fantastic sci-fi movie. I don't know if this is sci-fi. It's definitely dystopian in a way, right? It's Clockwork Orange. This is a very strange movie. Like, it's really fucked up, this movie. See, it's the... not a lot of people have this version. They usually have, like, the standard Blu-ray of it. I got the digibook because I was at Best Buy once, and I really wanted to see Clockwork Orange. I saw it. It was, like, $20, and it's, like, not a bad price, so... And I really wanted to see the movie, so I wasn't gonna take no for an answer, so... Yeah, Clockwork Orange. Next is E.T. I guess you could count Jurassic Park and Jurassic Park 2 as sci-fi. They're creature. They're sci-fi. They're sci-fi movies, but yeah, I'd count them as sci-fi. Now, since I'm running out of time, I'm just gonna what's it called? I'm just gonna like shoot these real quick. 12 Monkeys, Demolition Man. Oh, I hope I didn't scratch that. Escape from New York, excellent futuristic movie that takes place in 1997, the year I was born. Close Encounters of the Third Kind, my first Blu-ray I've ever bought. One of my favorite movies of all time. Love Close Encounters of the Third Kind. 2010, the year we made contact, or actually just 2010. 2001, A Space Odyssey. Here's the other 60s sci-fi movie I was talking about. Classic movie. Facts hold up today. A lot of people say they love this movie, but it's very, very slow and very hard to get into. I agree. This is a classic movie. It's good, but it's just very hard to get through. Like, I tried watching it. I've only seen it once. I've tried watching it again and couldn't get through it. But I really want to watch this movie again. I gotta watch this again someday. Logan, another dystopian movie. That's better than Divergent, Hunger Games, and actually I like the first two Hunger Games, but the last two sucked. But and Maze Runner. This is excellent dystopian movie. I haven't seen it in a while, but I remember liking it a lot. Independence Day, cheesy action movie from the 90s. Sci-fi, aliens attack the world and blow up different I guess landmarks. especially the White House in the cover. Aliens, Alien 3, Alien Resurrection. Alien 3 is my least favorite. I actually really like Alien Resurrection. I guess you could say it's a guilty pleasure. I don't see anything wrong with it. Yeah, it's a bit slow and boring at certain points in the movie, but I like it. And Joss Whedon wrote that movie. Is this really a... No, this is not really a sci-fi movie. It takes place in space, so I sort of counted it as a sci-fi movie. But yeah, it's Apollo 13. It's an okay movie. I find this movie a little bit overrated. It's one of my least favorite Tom Hanks movies, and I love Tom Hanks. I loved him in Castaway. I loved him in the Toy Story movies, Captain Phillips, Catch Me If You Can, Bridge of Spies, Saving Private Ryan. But this is one of my least favorite movies of his. I know a lot of people like it, but I just don't like this movie that much. Armageddon. Cheesy, stupid movie. I really need to get sleeves for my steelbooks. Look at this. Look at all that. I don't like that at all. It's pissing me off. But The Matrix kind of changed the face of sci-fi. Kind of changed the way we make sci-fi movies now, and there's been tons of copies of that movie ever since that movie came out. It's a remake of a sci-fi movie, The Fly, with Jeff Goldblum. Predator 1 and 2. Tron. The effects are terrible. Everything about that movie is terrible. And Terminator 1 and 2. The Mad Max Trilogy. This is sci-fi in a way, right? I'm counting it as sci-fi. If it takes place during the apocalypse, it's sci-fi in my opinion. Star Trek. And I haven't watched all these yet. This Star Trek movies are a series that I've been wanting to watch, and no, not the show, but the movies. They're a franchise I've been wanting to watch, and finally got this, and I've only seen Wrath of Khan. I gotta see the others. I've seen the J.J. Abrams one, but I haven't seen all of these yet. Like I can't wait to see these. I hope they're good. And that's it. You guys are probably wondering, where's Star Wars? I haven't seen Star Wars in your video. I'm sorry, I don't have Star Wars. I'm just kidding. Star Wars is right here. Yes, it does. This does involve 2002 and 2005 movies, but like I said, I'll do a modern sci-fi update of this video. I don't know when, maybe in a couple months. I gotta give it time, but yeah, Star Wars, classic movies. Well, at least the originals are. The prequels, not so much. Another reason why I'm gonna update this video is because Star Trek 7 comes out on Blu-ray next Tuesday, so gotta pick that up. But yeah, so yeah, if you haven't seen Star Wars yet, you must be living underneath a rock. And someone complained in Chris Tuckman's comment section saying that Star Wars changed movies, but he said it in a very negative way. He's like, now we don't have like classic movies like Ten Commandments and stuff. It's like what are you talking about? Shut up, kid in comment section. But Star Wars, excellent movie.